So I've been working on enhancing event plugin on mobile side. Uh, the current feature I'm working on is implementing venue management and event. So let me present. So this is not like the exact idea how it's gonna be finally. Right now, I have added the add venue the tab here because but it's not integrated with the event currently. It's only just we could only create event, edit and delete them. Editing and deleting them and creating them is all three of them is of functionality that admin would do. From user side, when a user is creating an event, he could only just choose a value uh, you want to select for an event, so only that feature should be implemented on the mobile side, and I've only implemented that thing. So when the reason why I have it's not fixed right now because when the integration of value with the event will be completed, then user shouldn't be allowed to choose a value before he select a date or end date because that would decide what values are available for the user that time because we have recurring events too. So there will be things like if a venue is booked for Monday, like for example it is booked for Monday, so like at this time, so other users shouldn't be do that, so that integration need to be done, so that should so the user could when creating an event should only be able to make any choose a value when he has already stated what select and end date should be there. On basis of that, the available values list will be updated. Right now it is just mock data. So with that, to give the example how UI wanna be look like. So I have chose to show the card menu in the form of card because that's how it is implemented on admin side. And currently we have only chosen to select one image. Like we are only showing one image for the web. I think for in future we will be showing more, so it will be also be good. Like in card view, we can show the grid system where we could change images of the same menu. So here we could select if we want to select this, could do that. And here it is a like default image. So if any value, although this should be changed, every value should have shouldn't have a null feature like a null thing for a image. There should always be a image for a value if we are making a value, and we could edit it if we want. We could delete it and it. Now I've been only able to implement these things because only this much because I had exams last month. So that's it.
Okay, thanks. This is really good to see, and it looks as if it's an intuitive methodology. One of the things that you may want to think about when you're doing this, and this may be something that we need to think about for the web apps as well, is that you can allow the person to actually create the recurring event, but maybe flag those days that the event cannot be created for because the venue is unavailable. So, but what you don't want is for, say, for example, somebody wants to have 20 events, but 3 or 4 of them are unavailable because of the venue is unavailable because of some public holiday. You don't want all 20 of them to be cancelled, right? You'd want to at least to make the ones that are available work, and then maybe somehow let the person know that the other ones are not available and that no venue has been set or something. So think about how that could be implemented. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, for the couple of days, for some session, if event if that value is not available, like for the recovery event, if it is happening for 20 times, and for 3 or 4 times that venue would not be available, then we shouldn't cancel that step. You are saying?
Yes, exactly. And think of a way to make it easy for the person who's doing it to understand that and possibly give them options for other times and dates or something. Make it simple. You don't want to make and now add a whole lot of additional screens and pop-up things and all of that, right? Keep it simple. What I have seen in the past is um, it will, like, when you, based on what I remember is that when you click on the event and you say do it, it then gives you like a tabular list of all the dates that have been scheduled, and then highlights the ones that haven't been on the resulting screen. And then that way somebody knows which dates are not available, and then they can make some action based on that. So that's one way of doing it. All right. Well, think of something, but it's going to people are going to ask that question very soon, very quickly, when this is implemented.
Okay.
All right.
Yep,
Thanks.
I will think about it.
All right. Thank you. Does anybody have any questions on this? Adarsh, please go ahead. I think you're on mute.
Yeah, your mic is open.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask why the venue functionality is available on mobile. Isn't it supposed to be an admin only feature?
No, like if a normal user is creating an event, like we have given functionality to a normal user to create an event.
Oh, I wasn't aware of that.
Right. Yeah, I wasn't aware of that either. Maybe something that has been implemented that shouldn't really be. Yeah, we wanted to have the venues just handled by the
Admins.
admins. Yeah, but the selection of the venues could be done by anybody when they're creating the events.
Yeah, that's what I'm implementing on mobile side. Like
Okay.
if we cannot create or edit or delete an event, a normal user can't do that.
Okay, you can just select. Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for that clarification.
So can normal users create events as well?
Yeah.
Yes. Normal users can create events.
Okay. I think there needs to be more discussion on how venues will be associated to events.
Yeah, I think
for now in my database design, I've simply associated venues and events in such a way that an event can be associated to many venues, right? And that's all. There's no other functionality related to that. So I think we need to discuss what else needs to be added to that.
Yeah.
Like a few minutes ago, you were discussing like the event registrants can select what venues they want to attend, right?
Yeah.
And
that's
maybe the capacity of a venue, how many registrants it can occupy at a time. So we need to also define that implement the business logic in a way that if anyone tries to assign more registrants to the venue than its capacity, it shows an error on the UI screen, right?
Right.
Actually,
that's more for the registration. That's more for the registration.
We are already showing the capacity, and currently I only use the filter of with the name, but I will implement it with the capacity of a filter. So like less than 500, more than 500. So yeah, user
No, I was saying, let's say
Adarsh, hang on.
Let's say there are.
Adarsh, hang on a second. Yeah. Yes. The capacity of the venue should not limit the actual creation of the event. The capacity is going to impact the number of people who register or come in or check in when the event actually happens. And so
Okay.
and so people would, so when the check-ins occur, somebody would say, okay, this has reached maximum capacity, or when people register for the event, it's reached maximum capacity. I'm sorry, you cannot attend. So that's the
Okay. So
purpose of it. Yeah.
I have some confusion about this. Like, how are we gonna decide like what capacity are we gonna have? So because while creating an event, we haven't
Yeah, the capacity.
given any option like how much capacity we want for an event.
Yeah, the
So are we
capacity.
gonna decide it with the help of a venue, or we are gonna set it?
The capacity for the venues is set in the admin portal when the venues are, sorry, capacity for the venues are created or are done when the venue is created in the admin portal.
Yeah. So are we gonna take that thing like for a event only if a event is created for the venue which has only 100 capacity, then only 100 people could register to that.
That's
Yes.
right. Yeah, that's the intention on
I think we
the
should not
registration.
ask them for registering. I think we can register up to 20 more because everyone will not show up on the event.
Right. Yeah. So yes, we can that sort of logic can come after the fact. Yes, because you want to overbook, just like on an aircraft. I agree. But when we do the check-in stuff, we can talk about that at that time. So Norman,
Yeah.
that's a valid comment. And Dante, we really don't want to have people selecting multiple venues for an event. It should just be one venue for an event.
But the case you told me, if for a recovering event, if for some dates that particular venue is not available, and for that,
Yes, yes, but yeah, but the way that we really the event when you now create the
yeah, I think while creating an event,
yeah, when hold on a second. So when you create the event, the way that the logic is, it creates a series of individual events when you're doing a recurring event. And so what's going to happen is that the ones that don't work would be exceptions. And so therefore there'd be an exception to those individual ones. And so the person will have to go in manually and just set for those individual instances of the event. So what I'd suggest that you do is talk to Mito about how that's implemented, because he was the brainchild behind that. Okay.
Yeah, others were suggesting many things about associations. I mainly focused on the recurring events CRUD.
yeah, that thing is not
require much discussion.
Yeah, let's not discuss the details of this right now. But
no, it will require discussion with us.
Yeah, but yeah, it's going to be required discussion, but we don't need to discuss exactly how it's going to be done now. Let's put this in the Slack channel and figure out how that would happen. But ideally, we don't want to have multiple venues for any single instance of an event. All right. So let's go from there. All right. Thanks a lot, Dante. Any other questions? But this has brought up a good point. We need to figure this one out, and we can start discussing it in the Slack channel when you finally start doing that coding. Okay. Because it's not just going to be you; it's going to be other people. Yes. Yeah, I know. We have to document all the venue requirements, etc. There's just so much time in my day, and there are many good examples of this, and so sometimes I have to rely on others to start thinking about how we do some of this stuff. But let's see how we can discuss this at a later point. But I think
I'm supposed to have a meeting with Dante tomorrow.
Okay,
so
good.
Solution, and I'll get back to you with something.
Yes, all right, thanks. That'll be useful. And Norman, I could possibly show you what I'm talking about in terms of the user interface.
Yes.
Because I use an online booking system for some classes that I do, and there are many times when there's conflicts, and it shows me that there are conflicts in a very easy way. All right. Thanks a lot, everybody, for this one. I don't think we're going to have any more comments, and so it's now going to be a set. Thanks a lot, Dante.
Thanks.